Yo, what up? What up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Yo, today I have a cool, you know, episode for you today. This is the 73rd episode of the In Your Face show. Damn, what our friend. And I'm here with my friend, Mr. J.C. Grande. Did I
How
get
you
that
doing?
right? Did I get that
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, yeah. You got it right.
All right. See, I had to say it right. You know what I'm saying? You got to get me right. You got to get me right.
Okay. Yeah, you did it.
All right. So this is J.C. Grande, and he is the amazing artist, and he is an artist that I'm interviewing for today. So introduce yourself, my brother.
Oh, first of all, thank you for having me on the show. It's a great, really great show, really interesting. I've been checking some of the other interviews, and it's really interesting. So I thank you a lot for having me. Well, my name is J.C. Grande. I'm an artist from El Salvador, and I have been drawing comics since I remember, pretty much. So, and I started, drawing comics that got published in 2002, and since then I've been, having lots of work, published around the world, and I feel very blessed and thankful for all the amazing people that I have worked with, and it's been a really pleasure, to have all these years in this industry and having, to meet many, many, many great creators as yourself.
Well, thank you, sir. Well, being a creator, you have to, treat everybody with respect and love, and have a good way to talk to people.
Yeah,
Mm.
obviously, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but this interview is about you. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about your body of work, my man.
okay. Good.
So, your body of work, man. I saw some of your work. It was so awesome, man. So I had to have you on the show. You know what I'm saying? I had to be like, I got to get him on the show. So I have to do it now. I have to do it quick. So here you are. How do you feel?
I'm feeling great. I haven't done many of this kind of interviews. It's been much more like a written interview or something like that. I'm
Hmm.
not into a lot of live shows, but it's great. It's great to be here. I'm very excited and I really wanted to do this with you.
Hmm. Well, you know, you're in great hands. You're in great hands. So what I would like to do is ask you a question, right? On
Okay.
your body of art. How many
Yes.
years have you been in the industry?
I've been working. Have even I haven't really counted. I mean, how many years? But since 2002, I just remember the first time that I got a script. I didn't know what to do. I just just knew that
Things
I
happen.
love, yeah, that I love drawing, and that's what I have always wanted since I was a little kid. I didn't even know how to read in Spanish, which is my native language. English, I got to learn it later, but I didn't even know how to read in Spanish. And I remember we got like reprints, from a Mexican company, and they reprinted the comics from the 60s, and I got to know all the big ones like Jack Kirby and John Romita, John Buscema, those guys. And I got into I do not have formal training. I just learned by myself, imitating and trying to practice as much as I can, day and night. And here I am, some years later, doing doing what I love. Basically, I just love comics. So I have lots of years of experience in doing this since 2002. Yeah.
All right, all right. So, how do you feel about, the kind of style that you're doing? Where did you pick that style up?
Beg your pardon?
The style of art that you do, the
Oh,
style
oh
of,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what? Some people might think that I am a bit insane because I just like to play with different styles. I do not think that I have one that I can say this is how I do things. I do cartoony stuff, sometimes I do horror stuff, sometimes I do crime stuff and superhero work. What I can say is that I just love to draw. Sorry, you know, things that tend to get dark. Like monsters and horror stories and things that are pretty much evil stuff like demons and all that.
Right.
So maybe my style goes that way, even though I'm doing different things. It tends to go that way. What I can do. Lots of shadows and lots of cross hatching and lots of that.
Okay, okay. So, with that work, with the work that you're doing, right? Where do you see yourself? Do you feel that your stuff is proven, like very professional, or do you feel like you have more work to do?
Oh, I have more work to do. Mm, I just think that you never stop learning, and sometimes I look at my stuff and I don't like it, and I think like, oh no, I could just do it better, and this is not what I had in my mind. But you know, in the end, there are some pieces of artwork that you just have to let it go and complete the other one. So I have a lot of things to learn, of course, lots of things, and the fact that I also like to do coloring and lettering. I'm starting to go into get into pre-press work and all that. I just want to be able to do a full comic myself. Where I am the writer, the artist, the pen, I mean the inker, the colorist, doing the pre-press stuff and send the book to the printer. So I'm at that stage that I would like to do everything. So I'm still learning a lot.
Okay, okay. So with the way you're doing things and the way you've come up with being so you're in a different country, is
Yes.
it harder to get stuff because you're in a different country, or is it easier to get stuff while you're in a different
Oh
country?
no, it's harder. Yes, it's harder. And the fact that I'm living here in El Salvador, it's kind of amazing the fact that I have gone that far because we have no comic scene here. I do not know personally other creators. I'm just pretty much alone. So,
Hmm.
but thanks to the internet, I got to work with amazing, really supportive people of my work. So this, I mean, nowadays, pretty much it doesn't work because there are some people who think that I am there in the U.S. But I've been working, since I started from here, so it's proven that you can do it. And about my creator-owned stuff, I'm hoping that I might get some interest from some companies that I have worked with in the past, and to get them published. And who knows, maybe sometime, in maybe next year, I can get some of those creator-owned projects somewhere. Yeah. So it's not easier. It's actually much more difficult.
Mm, 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 mm. Okay, okay. So So being as a being for you're from a different country, is the process of getting the work done faster, harder, or process of getting the work done, is it harder or easy?
I wouldn't say that it's, I'm pretty quick when I work. I'm pretty fast. Sometimes what takes more time is like when you go back and forth with the other creators, because sometimes I work with people from New Zealand, from people I work with people from England, and so the time difference sometimes get it harder. But generally, I think it's not that hard. When you work with people who are who have passion for it, for their projects, it's not that hard. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm pretty quick when I work. I like to have stuff done. I don't like to uh, I try to work every day. This is my full time job. I used to be an English teacher here, and I love teaching. But my true passion is comic books, so I work full time every day and night on that. Yes.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hmm. So have you been, being in foreign, being in another country? Have you ever went? How long has it been? Have you went through these times without work?
Oh, it's been a while, and I usually get a lot of work, from the internet. I have like let's say lots of people who I have worked with in the past, and they contact me to do something new, or even though some new people who are, see my work online, and they contact me and we get started. And it usually gets to a really strong relationship with other creators, with writers and colors, and
Mm-hmm.
we you get to know them, through the years, and there's always that door that you can have some new projects, yeah, regularly.
Okay, okay. So you've been an awesome, awesome, awesome artist. The
Thank you.
process of getting this work done. You know what I'm saying? Are you a digital artist or are you a original, just old school type of artist?
Nowadays, I'm full digital artist. I try to combine some traditional with some digital, but nowadays I'm fully, I do things on the computer, on the iPad, and it took me a while to learn all that because it's not easy, to do things digitally. At least for me, it has not been easy. But the more that you work, the better that you get. So uh, it's been a process, as you said. But
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy it a lot nowadays because I like to experiment a lot. I like to try new things. If I see a work of an artist that I enjoy, I just try to do some reverse engineering and try to see how he did that stuff, how he did this stuff, and you learn a lot from that. Not necessarily copying, but trying to get into the basics of why and how he did that. It's very amazing. It's very I enjoyable. So I like to work a lot and experiment with the tools that we have with Photoshop, Clip Studio Paint, those software.
Right, right, right. So, what is your inspiration for doing comics?
Well, basically the artists from the '60s. I just see a lot of new stuff, and I like it. I enjoy it. But the I had like two waves of inspiration that I would say something like that. Like first of all, when I was a kid, I had the '60s comics, in the Spanish versions of the '60s because I was growing up in the '80s, but we didn't get the the current of that era, we had like, very, uh, stuff from a couple of decades ago. So we had all those amazing Silver Age comic books. That would be, my first wave of inspiration. And then later on in the 90s, we had the image explosion, and that blew my mind. And just, reinvigorate me. And I said, I want to do this for my life. I want to be an artist. I want to know how to draw this. So that's what really inspired me. The people who came before me, their work. Uh, I pretty much can spend a whole day just looking at lots of artwork from from the people that I love. So that's pretty much my inspiration. Trying to follow the legacy of all those who came before me, and maybe try to inspire some new creators too.
Hmm. Awesome, 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 awesome. So, while who are the notable names that you've worked with in this industry?
Oh, I work with lots of really nice people, very creative people, very professional, like Alfred Page. He's a good friend, and his characters, his work is amazing.
Blowtorch.
Yeah, I love Blowtorch. It's Blowtorch for me is like it combines all the stuff that I love, as I said, the image guys, all the in your face, kind of artwork, uh,
Yeah.
edgy stuff, everything is explosive. I just love the characters, that character pretty much, particularly that character, and all the chess too. All the rest of the Page universe. It's really awesome. I have seen him, growing up through all these years. I remember when we first met at the Running Studios message boards, and it's been great. He has always been very supportive of my work, and I really appreciate it. I have worked with Joshua Williamson. I think he's done some Flash comics or Justice League comics for TC, and we did a comic called Johnny Monster for Image. And I have worked with Frank Berbier, who's done some stuff for Image too, and many other creators like Brian Donnelly and Ben Lacey. Those amazing creative people.
Awesome, awesome. That is a good and awesome talk about that because some of those guys I know in the industry. Brian Lacey, I know Brian.
Yeah.
Um, I know Alfred. I had him on the show before. So it's yeah. These are these are like names in the business that people should get to know.
Oh yeah, sure. Their work is
Oh
always
shit.
always top notch. Yes.
Yeah, what I mean, they should get to know them because these are guys in an industry that's going to be taking a big leap soon. What I mean, one day. And people should get to know these guys. People should take a look at their work and see what happens. Big ups to Alfred Page, for chess and Brian Lacey.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
totally.
sorry about that. My ears are the
Oh,
ears are.
no problem. No problem.
But nah. So you being a an awesome artist, man. Have you ever thought about doing creator owned work?
Oh yeah, sure. I have lots of projects. What I actually do not have is time, but I'm getting there. Slowly. I have a project called Moonspell, which I'm going to be developing maybe next year. I have uh, I have it written down and some pages. I just need to go and actually color them. As I said, it's a horror story and with lots of monsters and some blood here and there. But I'm hoping to have it released next year, maybe I could have some companies, some of the people that I have worked with interested in it. So I can uh, polish it. And as I said, I'm into doing my own stuff. I want to do the whole artwork in there, that even write the stuff, the lettering and everything, just to send it to the printer. So that's one of my projects. I also love wrestling, so I have a comic about wrestling too, and
Mm-hmm.
some other projects which are inspired by 80s cartoons, like Transformers, GI Joe, and all that stuff that we all grew up with.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. That's an awesome thing to do. So, bro, like, man, you being an awesome artist such as yourself, do you have like days where where like your mind just draws a blank sometimes?
Oh yeah,
Like,
oh yeah, that happens. That happens.
I
Yeah,
I
because
figured that.
you know uh, during the COVID, how do you say that? The lockdown. During the COVID lockdown, I was not able to concentrate on anything pretty much. So what I did was just I didn't have work to do. I had to work. I mean, to wait for my people, in the U.S. and other parts of the world to continue working on that. So I was not able to do much work for those projects. But what I did is I tried to experiment as much as I could. You know, in
Hmm.
with the digital stuff is there are no limits on a lot of things that you can do on it. So I just did a lot of that because I could not concentrate on anything, something concrete, but I just did a lot of experimentation in those terrible, horrible months that we, go through. So we went through, sorry. That's what I did. But sometimes that happens, your mind is blocked and you cannot do a lot of stuff. It doesn't happen to me that often, but it happens when I have something difficult, psychologically uh, hard for me to go through. Like for example, my dog died yesterday, so I was very sad, and it was a bit hard for me.
Oh,
But I'm feeling better now because of this interview. So I really thank you because this is what I needed. Because I was very sad. I was like, I didn't want to do anything else, but I just felt
well,
devastated. But
sorry about
this
that.
interview, no, this interview really, it made me feel better. It made me feel, blessed and thankful of what I have. And so I thank you a lot. I thank you for this. It helped me a lot, really.
Well, I just want to say, man, you know, this is from the heart, man. Now that you told me that, I don't really get that many, I don't get that many gratitude comments like that a lot, and that's okay. But I want to thank you for coming on the show, and also the compliment. You're so welcome. You're always welcome to be in here, man. And I want to give the honor to God, give praise to God, because without Him, none of this is possible. And it's all because of Him that I can bless you like this, that I can help you get through your time. And it warms my heart to see, to hear that, and I want to my condolences to your dying dog, and I want to just say thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. It's been a great opportunity. Yes.
Well, I believe in giving people the blessing. I believe in passing on the blessing, and I believe in helping people. No matter what. What I'm saying, helping them get through. And that's all God. That's not me. That's him up there, man.
Oh
That's
yeah.
the king up there, bro.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. But hold up, I got a comment.
Okay.
I got a comment. Well, thank you, bro. Thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, big bro. You know, that's my big brother right there, Jay.
Wow. Great.
That's my big brother right there in the comment. But yeah, thank you, big bro. But you know, I just bro, that just warmed my heart because like, bro, me sharing this platform with you, man, it's an honor because I do this from the bottom of my heart for everybody, and I don't expect anything from anybody. I just do this from the bottom of my heart to make sure that people get out, to make sure that they're heard, and make sure that they're brought to make them smile and make them happy, make them feel good on their days that they don't want to feel good. You know, make them feel bad, make them feel great. You know, make them smile when they don't want to smile. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and you know, I don't. Man, that means the world to me. Seriously, you know, I really do.
Yeah. As I said, I was just devastated because my dog. I had him like for 14 years.
Very understandable.
And, yeah, and I realized that I had the interview, and I was like, man, I just let's do this. And my mind changed a lot, and I was like very excited to be here. So I'm not sad anymore. I'm just trying to carry on and all that. So thank you. I really thank you.
Well, I told you it's in good hands, and we're gonna make it even specialer, man. You know what I'm saying? For your for your loss, man. Always remember that wasn't a loss, that was a gain.
Oh yeah.
Because at least you know he's somewhere happy, you know, barking it up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Feeling good,
Yeah.
feeling good. You know,
Oh yes.
as long as you feel good, as long as you feeling good today, that's all that matters. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
as long as he's with God, that's all that matters. You know,
Yeah.
everything gonna be just fine.
Yeah, it's great to have people like you, and in this kind of, you know, you never expected where it's going to come, but I just like to say that just, you made my day. So thank you.
Well, thank you, man. You know, look, it's very honorable because you know, like I said, I never was given this. You know, I do this for God. I do this for just to make them smile, just to make them happy, and just to inspire people. You know, I don't, you know, that's all that matters to me. You know, I do this from a real heart. You know what I'm saying? And I bring people on just because I want to make them smile, see them out there happy. You know, that's all.
Yeah, that's great. That's really great.
You know, but so woo, you got me all emotional, man. Shoot.
Oh no, it's okay. Yeah, we are like that.
Oh man, you made my day. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, there's times where I just man, it'd be hard times. I've been doing this show for years. For it feels like years, but it's been 8 months, and I'm excited. I'm happy. You know, it makes me want to just continue to keep doing it. You know, um,
Yeah, the great thing is that, as you said, it comes from the heart. So
yeah.
you're gonna keep going, and you're gonna keep growing, and getting better, and it's going to grow because it comes from the heart.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I do this to inspire people. I do this to bring peace and bring love and bring happiness to everybody. Because I see greatness and happiness in everybody. I want them to succeed and I want them to be happy so that they could pass it on to their children, to their children's children. So that way everybody's legacies can grow. You know, I don't want to see people sad. I don't want to see people held back. I want to see people on top. I want to see the right people on top, the right people happy. And I want to change the world. We can change the world if we love each other, if we help each other, and build each other up and build with each other.
Oh
That's all
yeah,
that matters. You know, and that's what I want.
yeah, that's great. I don't know if you can listen to it right now. It's starting to rain, but I don't know if it is, the noise of the rain is too much, or is it okay?
It's all right.
Okay, okay.
I love the thunder.
Yeah, the weather here is, we are, during the winter in here, so it rains a lot and kind of heavy rain. It's, like with lots of wind and thunder and, all that. So it gets pretty wild every time that during night, it rains. It rains a lot here.
Very understandable. Very understandable.
Okay.
So, bro, man, what do you feel about indie comics? What do you feel about being in it, in the indie comics,
Oh, I love it.
independent?
Yeah, I really love it. Even though I would love, to work with the big companies, and some years ago, I had an opportunity to do some kind of a program, with Marvel. I was not I was not ready because I had, a lot of bills to pay, and that was basically like an internship or something like that. So I wouldn't, you know get paid. It just, some sort of tests and stuff like that. So I was not able to go into that, but I don't know, maybe you know someday. It's great. I love, the old characters. I love the Avengers and all that. But these days I'm more into doing my own stuff. That's the way for an indie creator to do, your own stuff, to have the control of everything. So that's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to. Yeah, that's what I'm trying. What you're doing, what Alfred Page is doing. So it's an inspiration for me. So that's what I would like to do. You know, keep on being an indie creator. You know, keep on being drawing for other people, for other, creators, and also doing my own stuff. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm trying to find the time to do my own work. Maybe one page a day, and I would be able to do, my own stuff. It's kind of hard, even though I have the ideas, even though I have, uh, I don't know, the skills. I just have to find the time. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
planning to go into that direction, keep on doing my own comics, my own characters, and who knows, maybe next year I'm gonna be able to have something.
Well, I say keep on going. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, you never know. You probably could get a job in Marvel. You never know. I mean, if you continue to keep on going, you know. I
Oh
say
yeah,
because yeah, if you just believe in yourself more and more, because putting that confidence and building on your craft and going at it, going at it day after day, because practice makes perfect. And if you continue to bless it, continue to be a blessing, continue to build, continue to work it out. You never know where you can go.
oh yeah. Uh, I got in contact with an editor last year, and he was really amazed, you know, by the fact that I was here in El Salvador, and I was like, you're somewhat you're where? And I was like, I'm here, and you've been able to do all this from there, and I was like, yeah, sure. And it was very, amazed because he thought that I was there. He thought that I was, living there. But if you have the passion, if you have, if you believe in your work and yourself, you can achieve amazing things, no matter where
Yeah,
you are, no matter where you're from. Yeah.
yes, yes. Because if you continue to keep doing it, and can you continue to keep building on your craft, and it's no matter where you are in the world, you can do anything, no matter what it is. Continue to work on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just let's see where it take us.
Well, life is a journey. And it has its ups, and it has its downs. But if you turn those downs into ups, then you have more ups than you have downs.
Oh yeah.
And the downs, if you turn those downs into some great, learning moments, and take something each time from those downs, because they're going to come sporadically. You don't know when they're going to come, but when they do come, you take something and you learn from them,
Oh yeah.
and you just, yeah, that's all it is, and it's just about, learning from them, and so that learning from those downs, so that way, as you get over it, you can help somebody else that's going through that same problem.
Oh yeah. And being a freelancer is kind of tough because you have to be very, have a lot of discipline, and you have to be able to pay all your bills and all your food and all your needs. And uh, there's only yourself, uh, trying to get the stuff done. So you don't have a boss. You don't have someone pushing you to finish something. You just have to be very, have a lot of discipline. And it's not easy. It's kind of, it's difficult. But if you have the passion and if you enjoy what you do, you will be able to do it. I've been doing this,
Hmm.
for like 20 years or something. And this is the best time in my career at the moment because, in the past I had so many, big trouble, economic trouble. I was not able to pretty much make a living out of it. I just tried to do it, but it was not. I was not able. I didn't have the experience. I didn't have what it took, to able to make a living out of it. And nowadays, thanks God, I can do it because I have learned how to do all this on time and how to do this in a way that I can make you know money and living out of it. But it's been very hard for me.
Hmm.
Yeah, but if you have the passion for it, you can make it. You can do it. This is my only
Right,
job.
right,
Doing comics is my only job. So
right.
I feel blessed, really, really blessed.
Hmm. Very understandable, because if you're not having fun while doing what you want to do, while doing what you're doing, then you shouldn't do it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You shouldn't do it because it's going to be very, 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 very annoying. And if you're doing it just to do it, and you're doing it just because you get nothing out of it, you're going to be very miserable doing it.
Oh
Do it
yeah.
something, do it to get something out of it. Sometimes you may
Yes.
get some gratitude out of it. Sometimes you may get some fun out of it. You know what I'm saying? Get something out of what you do.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get some, go ahead.
Oh yeah. I truly enjoy it. It gets tough sometimes because there are some things that are not easy to do, but I just see it as a learning experience. Those hard times, those really difficult things to do, but I see it as a learning experience, and in the end, I enjoy it as a whole. All this kind of thing. Illustration, doing the drawings, the inking, the coloring. I really enjoy it. I could do that the whole day and most of the night. No, yeah, I never get tired of it. It's not easy, but I do not get tired of it.
Well, to be honest, if you're learning to, you know, love what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? You go for it all. You know what I'm saying? When you do get up there, hey, continue to build. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know who you're gonna inspire. You never know who you're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
touch. You know what I'm saying?
oh
You never
yes,
know who's watching. So they could be watching your interview right now, and
yeah, of
that
course.
could be a big break.
Who
You
knows?
just never know.
Yeah,
Yeah, you just never know because everything works out for the good. Everything works out, for the good of you. Sometimes those things that's being worked out for your good takes takes a turn, but as long as you turn that into as long as you turn that and make do with what you got for the time being, hey, turn something into nothing.
Oh yeah.
Hey, things happen. Great things can happen because it's being done out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you turn one coin into $100 and turn $100 into $1 million,
Oh yeah.
turn $1 million into $1 billion. You know, it's 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 all about your belief in in what you believe in. It's all about what you feel. It's all about believing in yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you know you could do it, do it. If you
Oh
believe you
yeah.
could do it, do it. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do something.
That's true.
You
Yeah.
know?
I'm living proof of that. Yeah, that happens.
Right.
Just keep on going. Keep on going. No matter where you are, no matter how far you are of all the action, and if you put your hard work, things are going to go through. Yes.
Right. You got to continue to work it out for yourself, because if you don't work it out for yourself, if you don't build it, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to build it for you.
Oh
And
no.
you never depend on anybody else but yourself.
Oh yes.
Because depending on people sometimes can be very, 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 very disappointing, because because depending on people will hold you back.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. As I said, I remember what the first time that I got a script, and it was like 20 years ago. And the guy, my friend said, "Do you think you can work on this?" And I was like, "Sure," but I didn't. I have no idea what to do on it. I didn't know the language. I didn't know all the how to you place your camera on a page. I didn't know how to do a panel to panel transition. My figures, the faces of the characters look in one way and then changed. I didn't have the consistency. So, but I said to myself, like I think I didn't even say it. I just knew it that I would be able to do it. And in the end, my work was not that great, but I just I got to do it. Then keep on growing from that. So just have to believe that you can do it, even though you're not that proficient at that early stage, but you will be able to develop if you continue. Because if I show you my early drawings, they were like not there obviously, but you could see some potential in them. So
Well, yeah.
that's the idea. You just keep going.
Well, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to be able to push. You know what I'm saying? Even if you may not see results then and there, you got to push, because if you do not push, you're hurting yourself. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, yeah. Just have to believe in it. Hey, hello, Alfred. How you doing? Great.
See, now we're getting somewhere. Cracking open the egg.
Oh yeah.
But nah, it's that's all you got to do is just put yourself in a position to build. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah, and don't let your mind play tricks on you, because sometimes uh, it can really stop you. You have to uh, keep on having really good thoughts, you know, things that are going to help you grow. Do not let it you know uh, be an obstacle for you. You have to keep a really healthy mind, and just try to uh, oh yeah, just try to I don't know, think think about things that are going to make you happy. Things about things, positive things, and you will go through difficult times. the tough times, you have to keep your mind very clean, not to get into a lot of you know, stuff that is not going to be helpful. So you have to, be careful with what you let go into your mind. So you got to be positive all the time, so you can do all the work that, even though it's not that easy, but that will be helpful for you to go to accomplish all the goals you have. That's what I always do to myself, because some projects are really difficult, are not that easy. For example, when you're working on, let's say, team books, that's tough. When you're doing a comic, when you're doing a book with multiple characters, that's not easy. And with all those characters having different kind of costumes and stuff. Ooh, but you have to, as I said, I start working pretty early, 5 o'clock a.m. all every day. So I try to keep my mind as clean as possible, so I can be able to do all that. And in the end of the day, you will be you will see that you're tired, but try always the next day to do the same, to keep your mind as clean as possible, and believe in yourself as much as you can. Do not let all those negative stuff that go through your mind be an obstacle. You have to have it very clean all the time. That works for me. Yeah.
Right, right, right. That's something that you could do, man. Because I hear you was the first lesson of Pinpoint. Mm. First
Oh yeah.
first cover artist, first artist with Pinpoint.
I love the characters. I love Pinpoint. I remember we did some pages like in 2006, and I remember the character. It is really cool. It has some GI Joe vibes, and GI Joe being one of my favorite properties from the 80s, and I just would love to get to work on Pinpoint again. Great, sure.
You know, hey, you never know. Once you get out there, you never know. You could be a big sale yourself. You never know.
Oh, let's hope. Yeah.
It's always a blessing. It's all as long as you keep God first, everything will work out. Trust me.
Oh yeah, just push every day.
Push, yes, push, and just keep on pushing. That's all that matters. Because if you don't keep pushing, you're holding yourself back. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh
if
yes,
you let
yeah, I had multiple times when you want to just let it go, like just want to do, or do something else, and during those hard times. But you have to believe that you'll go somewhere else. You have a better place to go, and that happened to me many times in all these years, where I feel like I haven't, there are some times where you feel like your work is not that great, like you feel down, and you feel like, oh no, you're not where you want to be, and stuff like that. But just enjoy it. Just enjoy the process. The goal is going to come, but that, in the end, that doesn't matter. What really matters is the journey. You know, try to enjoy what you're doing right now, and do not try not to concentrate on the goals, but enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy doing comics. Enjoy you writing comics, coloring comics, and in the end, your goals are going to come. But try to concentrate in the process, what you're doing every day. Try to live the now. Try to live. Try to be, I don't know, try to live every second of the day.
right, that's true. You know, it's all about going for everything you want and for what you believe in. Because if you don't believe in what you're doing, it'll be a hard time for you. If you don't
Oh
believe
yeah.
what you don't.
Oh yeah. And everything is, begins with a small step. Everything, it's in the beginning, it's just an idea. Then and you have, sooner or later you're going to have your characters. You're going to have your pages and all that stuff. But it all begins with the idea. So the small steps every day. That's what you have to do. You don't have to complete something, in just a day. You just have to go and do small steps every day. That works a lot.
True that. True that. You know, that's why I feel that people in the day, people don't have that understanding of just the process. Because when you're building on it, when you're going through the process, you have to be in love with it. You have
Oh
to
yeah, enjoy it.
because yes, because if you don't learn the process, if you don't love it, then you don't love your what you're building. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're building, you have to love it. You have to get in touch with it. Because if you don't get in touch with what you're doing, when you get the results, like the money, the royalties off of it, you're not going to appreciate it.
Oh no, of course. Yeah,
You know.
in the end, it doesn't matter. If you are enjoying what you do, and you get to a point where you can be, proficient, consistent, the money's going to come. You know, you just have to concentrate a lot, on the journey. Getting there, but the goals are going to come. So you just have to enjoy, the way to get there. That's Yeah, that's my philosophy. You just have to live the now. Not. I know there are many problems here and there. There are some stuff that I can be, really, tough to go through. Like as I said, my dog passed away and all that. But just try to concentrate on being, try to enjoy the moment, try to enjoy what you do, and, try to feel that you are not just going like a robot every day and do what you have to do because that's the way things are. No, you just have to live the moment. That's really
Right.
important for me. Yes.
So, Mr. Grande, so do you feel that you know, how many people do you want to work with and is there anybody that you really would like to work with in the industry?
Oh, the first name that comes to my mind is Alfred, because I just love the fact that he has built a whole universe of great characters, and he is an inspiration, really, because I want to achieve something like he has done. Have his characters, and this universe pretty much, and you can have them interact with each other. All those characters. It's very amazing, really. It's truly amazing. So I would like to work with him. And, again, I am actually doing a couple of covers for his books. So, I look forward to working with him. It's really, really very supportive person of my work, and I really enjoy working with him. And I really enjoy working with my other, friends, with my other, fellow creators like Brian Donnelly and Ben Lacey. They are very supportive too, and they are really, really, creative individuals. And you know that with all every time that you get one of his scripts, you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy it. So I like to work with people who inspire me. I like to work with people who are going to surprise me, with what they're going to include in the scripts. And I feel blessed, to have all these, partners, all these fellow people who work in comics doing all this really amazing work. and they in the fact that they believe in my work and the fact that they trust me with their creations. It's really I am very thankful, and I just like to say that I feel very blessed with all that.
Very understandable. It's very, very, very cool. I feel the same way. Um, I think that you're a very great artist. And hopefully you get where you want to be. And if you keep on striving, you will get where you want to be. You will be great at what you do if you keep on pushing. Keep on
Oh yeah,
pushing because
maybe we're gonna have
yeah,
another interview when I get my other work, done.
I would.
My own
The
work.
door is always open.
Oh, thank you.
The door is always open.
Yeah,
Let me know whenever you want to do it. The door is always open. You
thank you.
know, I ain't gonna never stop doing these interviews, no matter what. I'm gonna keep on
No,
doing it.
that's yeah, that's what you have to do. Just keep going.
Inspiring people is my deal, man.
Oh,
Keeping people happy and making people smile, and I'm going to stay consistent. Can't nothing stop me. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel that you're great. You're doing great. Keep on
thank
going,
you.
man.
Thank you.
Keep on
Yeah,
pushing.
yeah. I will not stop.
Well, yeah, 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 yeah. So, who's your favorite artist? Who's your favorite artist in the industry?
Right now or throughout the years.
I say throughout the years.
Throughout the year, I would say Jack Kirby. I would say Jack Kirby because his work is uh, I don't know, like the program in your face. I like characters to move. I like characters to explode in your face. I like very dynamic work, and I try to
Right,
incorporate that into my work. So every time that I'm going through a comic, a Kirby comic, I cannot feel but amazed of how he was able to achieve all that. Is amazing. He's my favorite artist. Yeah, Jack Kirby. I have other influence, uh, other artists that have influenced me, like Mark Silvestri and Walter Simonson. But Jack to me was, I don't know, he was the ultimate artist.
right. True
And I,
that.
and I yeah, and I also grew up with his work. As I said, I just got when I was a kid, I got some reprints in Spanish, from a Mexican publisher. We got, during the 80s when we were growing up, we had those reprints. We had the Avengers, we have Daredevil, and the 60s, the comics from the 60s. So I grew up with all that. So Jack is the main inspiration for me.
Of course, of course. I my favorite artist is myself. I know I'm a homer. Oh well. Nah,
That's
but
great.
I
That's
like your
great.
work. I like your work too. You're one of my favorite artists.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
One
It
thing. You're
means much.
welcome. You're welcome. Also, Todd McFarlane, and
The Image
uh,
founders.
yeah, man, one of the Image founders, man. Yeah, and Mark Silvestri.
Yeah, I remember the first time that I saw McFarlane's artwork. I remember that someone I was not used to that kind of stuff because in the 60s the comics that I had from the 60s they were like very pretty much standard kind of artwork. The page layout. It was very like standard. And when I got that McFarlane issue, I was like, man, what's this? This is something
Hmm.
really different, and it felt so free. The layouts were pretty much insane. So I was like, oh man, this is great stuff, very inspiring stuff. So he was very inspiring for me. I started trying to learn from him, and I can say he's one of my influences too, Tom McFarlane. Yes.
Awesome. You know what I'm saying? Because I think, I think he was the one that did stuff. I think not the first Spider-Man, but oh man, I forget which one he did. But I know he did Spider-Man though, and Eric Larson took over at the time.
Yeah,
You know,
he did some Hulk issues before, I guess,
hmm
before Amazing Spider-Man. Spider-Man, yes.
you know, and I love Spawn. Spawn is one of my favorite characters of all time.
Oh yeah.
He'll always be, always be. I love Spawn from the butt. I love Spawn. Oh my God, Spawn is my favorite.
Yeah,
Love
I study a lot of McFarlane's mostly because of the layouts. I like the way the composition of the pages. It's always very exciting. It's always like something that you're not expecting, and that's something that I like to incorporate into my work. To have a page that is going to surprise you. For example, McFarlane, he did something like have a small panel. You're reading a page, and in the end of that page, he would have a small panel, and then when you turn that page, it was something explosive in your face, and I was like, oh man, I didn't see that coming, and that's the surprise uh, factor that I really enjoyed a lot in his work. He was always like thinking, to surprise the reader, to have something new, something different, and that is something that I like. I like a lot and like to incorporate into my work.
That's very very
Yeah.
awesome. That's very cool. I like where I get my style of art. I think I took a piece of Todd McFarlane and a little bit of Rob Liefeld, a little bit, and a little bit of Eric Larson, and I just put it all together, and I came up with my style.
Oh yeah. I like Liefeld to be really, he gets a lot of hate and a lot of stuff, but I like his work, and you know why? Because in some way, I wouldn't say that he is like Kirby, but there is something in his work. There is some energy in his work, and the guy has grown a lot since he was doing his New Mutants and X Force. I like his work really because it showed me it showed me what you can do with something fresh, with something which was pushing the boundaries. And even though he was not that uh, maybe he was not that consistent in some of his work, but there is something fresh in his stuff that really inspired me too. When I was a kid, I was a lot into Youngblood and all that stuff he did. And when you grow up, you want to learn a lot of storytelling too. But his designs, but his style, to me, it is still very fresh and very nice to look at. He might not be that amazing storyteller, but you enjoy it. You enjoy the work. So I like it. I like Liefeld. I like Eric Larson, and I like, of course, Silvestri, which is my favorite artist from that bunch of the image creator. Yeah.
It's very awesome, very awesome. So there's a part of the show where I give you 60 seconds to
Oh,
name
60 seconds.
five of your favorite character characters, and five of your favorite villains.
Oh, my favorite characters. That's easy. Batman, Wolverine, Spawn. Uh, uh, oh, that's not that easy. There we go. I like the Thing a lot. From the Fantastic Four. I like, of course.
TikTok.
Ripclaw.
Okay.
5 or 6. I said five right. I said five right or six.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Keep going.
Okay. I'm gonna keep going. I like Witchblade a lot. I like
Mhm.
Witchblade a lot, and I like Watchman.
Mhm.
Rorschach is one of my faves. I like the Punisher. All those gritty, big, violent guys. I like the Hulk, of course.
Okay.
All those.
Okay. All right. Okay. Since you said more than five, yeah, you
Oh
said
yeah,
like
I did a lot, but you
said
said
like
keep
said like
going. So I
said
can
like
keep
10.
going.
Said
Yeah.
like 10. So I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Okay. Give me 10 of your favorite villains.
Wow, the Joker. Definitely, I like. What else? What else do we have? I like mostly the Marvel villains. I like a lot, like Doctor Octopus and Doctor Doom. I do a lot of Doom, Doctor Doom fan art. I like it a lot. I like all the Fantastic Four things that Jack did. I like the Mole Man. I like this other guy, Diablo. Uh, what else? I like from other properties. I like Ming, the Merciless from Flash Gordon. Uh, what else do we have? I like Venom. I like I don't know, Catwoman. Catwoman is she a villain? Is
That's
she a
God.
villain? No, not really. She used to be. Okay. Also, I like what else? I like this guy from the Justice League. I don't know if he's still a very popular character. It was called Prometheus, I guess. Yeah, I like that. I like the character. I like this other one called Starro, which was a big star. Like a sea star. I like this other guy uh, from the Image guys. I like Hellspawn from the Wildcats and
Mhm.
Galactus. I can go on, you know, all night, all day long, all night.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mephisto.
You just said 10, so time ran out.
I did tell, no, I didn't say 10.
You did
I
you
didn't
say
I
10?
didn't mention. I don't know. I just did.
I
I just said
don't
a lot.
know.
Okay.
I was just messing around with you.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So, you know, Vincent, you're a new guest to the show. So I'll give you another one.
Okay.
Name five comics. Name, name 10 comics that you really like that you okay, name 10 comics that you want to be on, that you really dreamed of being on, really
Oh
dreamed of
yeah.
having that job to do.
Batman. Yeah, the first, always first one. Batman. I like Batman. I like Thor. I would like the Avengers. I would like Cyberforce from the Image guys. I would love Spawn, which is immense influence on me. I have five already, right? Uh,
Hmm.
I would like Witchblade. Basically, all the top cow properties. Uh, I would love to be in the Justice League, and also what else? The Walking Dead, and there's also something else like that I would like to do, which is I don't know, Fantastic Four, and last but not least, Spider-Man.
Okay, okay. Fucking Spider Man. But
You know what is really tough about doing Spider-Man, I guess, I have never done it, is you have to do the city all the time, all the buildings all the time, and you have to do the webbing all the time. It's not that easy to do that. I've done some fan art of that, and that webbing, all that webbing in his costume is kind of tricky, but maybe you get used to it once you get, do lots of pages and
I mean, when I used to do it, I actually did a rendition of of Venom.
oh yeah,
I
Venom
did.
is good.
Yeah, I actually did my own version of Venom that I liked. That I did it myself, and
Hmm.
yeah, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you when we get off. But yeah, I'm gonna take us out of here. Take us out. Take us out. Take us out. Take us out. Because I know you got work to do, and I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Oh, no problem. It's been great.
It's been great, everybody. Yo, thank y'all for watching. It's been awesome.
Thank you.
It's been You've been rocking with the greatest hosts in the entertainment business
Oh
and
yeah.
entertainment. The greatest host of all podcasts and talk shows, the swagnificent King Daniel. And my guest, my man JC Grande. You
Yeah.
know, thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all next episode, the 74th episode. And it's the In Your Face show. And we out.
Okay.
Peace.
Okay. Thank you very much.